Good morning, boys. Hey, happy Friday, guys. What is it, May 28th? My God, I can't believe we've got another month under the belt, almost a few days to go here. Murray, GM's Choina, GM's Edge, bro. Good to see you, sir. Hope the Wizard went well. Dude, it was really interesting. It was really interesting. And I still think we have a lot to learn from that mint, too, with them hitting secondary today, man. We want to do, like, Wizard floor price prediction? Yeah, I got one of those for sure. Cats, good morning. Zep, good morning, man. Yeah, we have quite a bit to talk about today. Crypto market not looking great. And we're back to everybody, having these pretty, good takes all around, but, we couldn't be more polar opposite. Some guys incredibly bullish still, and others are again, exact opposite. And I always come back to nobody knows. Nobody knows because there's other factors here that really are driving everything. And there are things we have no time frame or way to predict. I'd have a lot of thoughts on it all. I've spent a lot of time in the past couple days here just reading and white papers and honestly Googling terms that I should know and maybe didn't, and really trying to level up the IQ because that's what you do during times like this. Maybe trade less, but explore more. And certainly been doing that. Cats, good morning, man. Garrick, we'll get to that. I'm not bullish, to be totally honest. I'm really optimistic here over the next 12 to 18 months. Really optimistic. But we're waiting for something. We need some catalysts here to get things moving and to make me want to, this is a lot of people, make people want to actually part with their money and start betting on things, start speculating on stuff. And that's not here right now. Great stuff coming. Great stuff happening already, but things that impact the market, not yet. Not with... still some uncertainty on the horizon here now. Anyway, Cats, good to see you, man. All right, let's get this rocking here. Probably, let me see. Are we going a little long today? Let me check if I have that normal 9:30 meeting. I do. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see how long we go today. Morning streams might start going a bit longer, though, guys. Typically, I have a meeting right at 9:30 my time, hour and a half, after the show starts. It's not going to be daily anymore, which is awesome. So maybe good for us to have longer streams in the morning here. All right, we're streaming over on Abstract. We're on X. We're on YouTube. Wherever you're watching, smash the like, drop comments. They help a lot. They really do help. But most of all, make sure you subscribe over here on Crypto Slam over on YouTube. If you don't catch the live shows, catch the replays right over there. I love putting YouTube videos on in the background, I'm just doing whatever, right? If I'm working, if I'm doing chores around the house, I just have a good YouTube video on in the background. It's the best. So subscribe so you can do exactly that here. I have some great guests coming up in the next few days across channels. OpenServe AI, who just had a really cool competition and I think gave away some prizes, some funding to some builders in AI. They'll be on the show on Monday. We're working to lock that in exactly, but I think we'll have them on Monday on the Swarm Report. So stay tuned for that. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. We will be live on that today. Can't wait. Lot to talk about in AI, man. I mean, as much as we have going on in crypto and NFTs, AI's cooking. Even if you don't see it in prices yet, AI's getting really spicy all of a sudden with that new ChatGPT update. That Ghibli. I don't... It's cool stuff. Tomorrow, I stream on the weekend. That's over on my own channel, but Polymath and Good Thing is going to be on the morning stream. So if you're interested in those guys who are pretty damn wild, and their new collection coming called Eternals, Bitcoin Eternals, we'll have them on the weekend stream. Again, tomorrow morning, I don't know exactly the time. I usually start about 8 a.m. Eastern Time. They should be on at the start. Maybe hang the whole time, we'll see. But catch them tomorrow. We did some whitelists last week for their collection. That's coming up, is it next week, I believe? Their mint's coming up a week from today, next Friday. So we'll be watching that, but we'll be talking with those boys here, and cool fellas. Follow me at Hudah_idiot on X. But, man, definitely make sure you're following Crypto Slam IO on X. SlamAI_XYZ. Check out that light paper, man. Spicy stuff there. In fact, one of the light papers I was reading really has got me inspired. A lot of thoughts I'll be sharing with the team, exciting things, and boy, things I can just picture plugging into this already pretty incredible ecosystem. Check out the light paper just to get an idea of all that. And the Swarm_AI, flagship AI agent in the Slam AI ecosystem, you're going to start seeing him everywhere. Everywhere. I can tell you ACP is just the start. But yes, the virtuals ACP, a lot of talking going on behind the scenes. That is moving really fast. If I were given a prediction here of when you see that Swarm ACP live, don't hold me to this because I don't know dates. I don't. But I have a feeling in the next 4 to 6 weeks. That's just my own guess. My own guess. I think it's like the time. But you know what? Maybe it's better to just say I think the time frame, it's pretty short for that. It's coming soon. China, man, stepping on my stories. No, you're right. Exactly that. Avalanche ETF, yes, sir. Hood's good to see you. Oh, dude. So we might be live when Taproot Wizards actually hit wallets, which is coming this morning. If so, maybe we go through a lot of those traits again. And it may be that I have to end this show, get to my meeting, come back like we did yesterday, which was a lot of fun, man. We live streamed the auction happening live. It was really, really fun. So yeah, we'll get to all that stuff. Again, follow the Swarm_AI. Lots coming here. All right, woke up to the crypto market not looking so great. Not so great. Hang on, I didn't retweet the show. I asked people to push it, and I didn't even retweet it. Let me retweet. I'm sorry, dudes. I need an assistant. Okay, one sec. Dude, it's incredibly slow on X. Have you guys noticed that? I tell you guys a lot. I use content. That's like my temperature check for the market. It really is. You can feel what the market's doing based on views and engagement. You guys are always here. You guys are great, but it's just something I use, and you can definitely feel it's slow out there. What's up over on Abstract, you beautiful XP farmers? It's good to have you here, even if you're a bot. It's good to have you. Anyway, woke up to crypto market looking a lot different than it did just a few days ago here. Marty publishes liquidation levels, and I wonder why. The market seems to respect those quite a bit. Or it's more that maybe Binance does, enough that they want to take your money from you, together with their favorite market maker, Wintermute. Yeah, helping push prices down. Well, lowest we've seen probably in about a week here. We'll peek at those prices here, but 120 mil liquidated from the crypto market. That was in a 60-minute time period right at midnight, 1 a.m. Eastern time. Ugh. I don't know. I don't know who was expecting that. I don't know who maybe wasn't expecting it too, though. It's just, it's where we're at. Very choppy period here. Again, not really any big catalysts on the horizon other than tariffs. And yeah, actually, those are pretty big. But right now, Bitcoin's struggling to hang on to just 85K. How low we can go, I think it's pretty extreme potentially. There's some levels we have to hold, and 85K is one of those levels. ETH under 2K now, it's at 1,800, just almost 1,900, but down 6% in the past 24 hours here. Yikes. Solana 131, down almost 5% here. Bitcoin actually holding up pretty well compared to the rest. Hang on, I wanted to check one more thing. No, actually, I don't. That was it. I'm good with that. I got a pretty good feel for what's going on out there right now. It ain't great. On the ETF side, 89 million inflows. That's the Bitcoin ETFs yesterday. Again, a really good stretch for the ETFs here. All things considered. Another day in the positive. We'll see how today plays out. Might be a little different. On the ETH side, more of the same over there, which is outflows outpacing inflows here. It's 4.2 million in outflows here. Cosmos, good morning, man. And Dobro, good morning. Good to see you guys. And to Choina's point there, yeah, we've got a filing for an Avalanche ETF. This might be our second Avalanche ETF filing. But guys, we got Solana ETF filings, and do we have Doge? We got Ripple. We got Hedera. There's a lot. There's a lot coming. Ripple. There's a lot coming, and a lot of those will probably be trading this year. It's gonna be a different space a year from now, right? A year from now. Look at that. Look at Choina. Choina does this well. We'll say that. What's up, Jeremy? Good to see you, man. Garrick, no, I can't do traits yet. I want to hit all the stories today, so no traits yet. If you got questions, fire them off. I'll answer just kind of as we go. I can tell you right off the bat, like, there's a few really rare traits. You want the astronaut helmet. You want You want the ghost trait, right? You want things like, look in the left hand. Peek for left-hand traits. There's not a lot of Taproot Wizards with a left-hand trait. Things like the book. There's like 2 other traits. There's not many. Those, I think, are sneakily a little more rare, but just look for a really good-looking wizard. That's really what you want to do. By the way, that wizard drop, it's coming in about 2 hours. Pretty cool. But why? Why is the market doing what it's doing kind of all of a sudden? There's 2 big reasons. 2 big reasons. There's about $12 billion worth of Bitcoin options expiring today. And that leads to, depending on the market, it leads to people not exercising those options, maybe positions unwinding, and it just leads to volatility. It's what we see right now. But also, and this is what wasn't on my radar, this is stuff I'm trying to learn more about, and I am learning more about. Pretty awesome. We got some more numbers here that reflect what this economy is or isn't. It's not super great. PCE numbers, it's personal consumption expenditures. TLDR here, yeah, core inflation up. Doesn't look as great for maybe rate cuts. That said, I know we're still expecting some rate cuts this year. And we're hoping for some emergency cuts. I just don't know if that's happening. But basically, things get more expensive, people having less to work with. And maybe those numbers like leaked early. Maybe that's why the market really started dipping overnight here. But those are the reasons. Those are the factors. Yeah, TLDR, actually, Wizards sucked up all the liquidity. Yeah. Those can be really, 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 really fucking interesting. I'm incredibly bullish on those long-term. Like long-term, incredibly bullish on Taproot Wizards. Short-term, they're going to do well too, but, you know, it's different. You got some great guys out there giving their thoughts. Again, not so bullish. Some of them. Again, we got people on polar opposite sides here, but Keyboard Monkey, permanent bearish chop for the foreseeable future. Agreed. Foreseeable future, too, it's so vague, right? I want you to keep that in mind. That could mean the next 2 to 4 weeks. It just means there's nothing in vision right now that makes you think we're going up. I agree. We don't have any big legislation coming. Any big legislation that's coming is probably months off, maybe summertime. The only catalysts that are right around the corner is April 2nd tariffs. And that's not super bullish. Now, the bullish case there is these tariffs. It's all words. They're not implemented. Bullish. But I don't know that that's happening either. I'm not sure. We don't know. So right now, what happens when you don't know? You just kind of sit on your hands. You're not doing a lot. And some people de-risk. Some people get out of their positions, maybe stable up right now. And again, some people just don't participate. I get it. Now, Arthur Hayes, co-founder of BitMEX. He's bullish. I actually am too. This is where I lean because global money supply, M2, it keeps going up and up and up, and the money printers are on, and maybe even more soon. But man, we look at that a lot here, and the price of Bitcoin follows global M2 very well. Very strictly, it follows. It does. Let's listen to his thoughts here. Again, I think I agree. Until I see that not play out, I have to believe that the price of Bitcoin goes up with global money supply. Oh, hang on. Let me switch my audio for you guys. We'll keep tunes going throughout. God, you know what? Copyright stuff sucks. This kind of gets into the AI stuff. It doesn't suck. Copyright's super important. I want to play music during the show, man, and you can't.
Is it going to be reciprocal tariffs or a 20% tariff on everyone? He said, we believe that the inflationary aspects of tariffs are transitory, which basically means, let's say that Trump goes full retard, 50% tariffs or some ridiculous number, and that causes domestic inflation in the U.S. as prices rise. Powell says, no, that's not inflation. We can still continue to ease conditions because we believe that is a transitory effect. That is not a long-lasting measure of inflation, and therefore we are within our mandate to continue to ease monetary conditions. So tariffs don't matter anymore to Powell, and they shouldn't matter anymore as crypto investors. If Trump does 50% or he does 2%, it doesn't fucking matter because we know that Powell's going to continue to provide the monetary conditions, the easy monetary conditions that we need to have our portfolios go up in value in fiat dollar terms.
Certainly, I hope he's right. I think he's right. That's kind of what I'm betting on here. By the way, good morning, Mark. That's my bestest friend in the whole fucking world. Love that guy. It's good to see you, man. It's fucking rare we get a Mark sighting here, but dude, always a treat. What's up to Yank? Good morning. Again, agreed. I hope that's correct. I don't think. Look, I made a bet. I made a bet with our buddy English here that by the end of May, I can't remember the exact terms, if it was on the specific last day of May or above 104K Bitcoin, 104.5. I don't remember if it was on the last day, if we have to be there, if it just has to hit that number. Whatever it is, I don't care. We bet a floor reform. And I do think that's going to happen. At least that's the direction I think we head in over the next couple months here. We'll see, but it all has to do with global money supply. Again, those catalysts. Oh, we'll show you the wizard. Hang on. I don't mind that. At any point, I'll show off the wizard. You guys show yours too. DM me, reply to my GM tweet. Show me your wizards if you got. There's my wizard. Co-owned with Henry, right? We're 50-50 on this bad boy. And one other. But there's my wizard. He's nice. Again, I know about left-hand traits, guys, because I researched the traits, because I have one. It's the one trait I wanted to get was the Bitcoin Bible. And I got it, and then I realized left-hand traits are kind of rare. But again, catalysts on the horizon. It's something like the Stable Act. It's something like the Genius Act. Those two things, Genius Act, I think, is a while off. That's more like a broader framework for crypto. But the Stable Act, very specific to stable coins, where you're going to see a ton of adoption to crypto. Really, don't underestimate what stable coins are going to do for crypto as a whole. But we got a draft of the Stable Act that was released yesterday. Some takeaway here is no yield-bearing stables, which is super interesting. A permit payment stablecoin issuer may not pay interest or yield to holders. Okay, but they're saying the issuer cannot do that. That doesn't mean DeFi platforms can't do it. And I think we'll see it there. And that is a reason we're going to see so many people come to crypto. It's to grow their bags through what? Interest. And I think those rates will be spicier than you're going to get just parking your money in a savings account. That's going to be a big, big reason people come on chain. Start touching crypto. They touch it through stable coins. If those stable coins are backed 1-1 to US dollars, which they will be per this act, this is what brings, guys, way more people come to the space because of this than they do because your favorite JPEG, right? Or because your favorite meme coin. It's not really bringing people in the speculative, super pumpy part of the market. Yeah. Otherwise, real adoption comes through something like this. Banks, credit unions, approved non-banks can issue stablecoins. We saw Wyoming is issuing their own state-backed stablecoin, official stablecoin. Pretty cool. You have to have a 1-1 reserve of cash, T-bills, other highly liquid safe assets. Has to be interoperable. So there'll be some kind of standards. Does making it an ERC20, check that box, right? I mean, you know what I mean? Seems kind of obvious. I don't know what other interoperability, standards there would be, but an ERC20 kind of makes it that. Maybe it has to be where it's accepted. States can certify their own stablecoin regimes. No algo stables for 2 years, meaning, again, it has to be backed by the dollar. You can't have some algorithm that stables your coin. And we've seen a lot of that. None of that, at least for 2 years here. And then a 2-year registration grace period. So some of those stablecoins that are out there that are algorithmically balanced, pegged to the dollar, they have 2 years to get, compliant here with that 1-1 backing. So, dudes, this is a really big deal. And this is one of those catalysts. When this is passed, I should say if, but I think it's a when. When it's passed, you all of a sudden see a whole lot more stablecoin supply, a lot of more stablecoins being created and offered. And then you start seeing platforms offering pretty competitive APY. And that will bring people in. It will. And it's not just a few people. We're talking that brings in millions of people, and it brings in billions of dollars. And in the long run, we're talking much more than billions. We're talking trillions, really, thanks to just stable coins. That's where we're headed. But there's all kinds of other things going on, guys, things that should keep you at least optimistic. And why, you know what, if we do dump, if we have this bearish chop, if there's fear that we have a really, really rough stretch, I don't think we do. And I don't think if we do, I don't think it lasts long. right? You have so many optimistic things happening out here. These strategic reserves, yes, we have the National Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. Still looking to see how we fund that with more Bitcoin. But at the state level, more and more bills being introduced. Here's one being introduced in South Carolina here. Again, we're looking for some more tangible like policies and suggestions on how we buy more Bitcoin. That's what the market really wants to see here. Look, that's one of those catalysts that if we get it, market sends. Without it, again, everyone's just sitting back and waiting for that sign that it is go time. We don't have that yet. But we'll have a new SEC chair soon. Paul Atkins, he's going to be your SEC chairman, and he's very pro-crypto. Owns like he disclosed he has about $6 million worth of crypto. I think mostly Bitcoin here, but it's pretty great. SEC top priority of his chairmanship is going to be work with fellow commissioners and Congress to provide a firm regulatory foundation for digital assets. Top priority, yeah. Yeah, it's a big deal. Things have changed pretty drastically here, and this is why you should be very optimistic. Again, tailwinds, we got them. For the first time ever in crypto, we have tailwinds. It's a beautiful thing. But a lot of people just don't feel what way that wind's blowing. You know what I mean? We feel the wind, but it's kind of all over the place right now. And I'll tell you what, man, when we have some direction here, when we see what way that wind's blowing here, we put up our sails and we get pushed way forward, way ahead of everybody else who comes in after the fact. Just pay attention, right? SEC announced dismissal of civil enforcement action against Bitcoin and crypto exchange Kraken. I thought this was actually weeks ago. Maybe this is a little more official, right? First, the SEC contacts you and says, hey, we're gonna end our litigation, our enforcement action. We're gonna stop. This is it, more official. But also, same thing with crypto.com. Beautiful stuff. It's changing. It's very, very different out there. It's happening right in front of us. None of it priced in. And stable coins. Again, I think that's going to be one of the keys to mass adoption here. Right now, 6% of the crypto market is in stable coins. What was the TVL of the stable coin market? What was it like? Gosh, 250 billion or so? Market cap of crypto is getting close to 3 trillion. Hang on, let me double check that number. I want to double check this. I could go, on CoinGecko? Market cap for crypto, yeah, close to 3 trillion. And a lot of people let's bring up Raoul Pal. Someone like Raoul Pal sees us going to 50 trillion in the next 10 years. And half of that, guys, might be stable coins. It's going to be spicy here over the next 10 years. At some point, we get these rushes of adoption, right? And money coming into space. We get that stable act enacted. If that passes, that's one of those things. That's what people are waiting on, is to get just some idea. When is that going to be voted on? When would that be implemented? We wait until that happens for, we need those signs. We need those very specific signs of when for this market to really start cooking again. But make no mistake, stables is one of the core things you need to be focused on. In the meantime, let's have fun, right? Everybody is having fun still. Meme coins here and there doing pretty decent. Routine was fun for a minute. Ghibli. Can someone please tell me how to pronounce that? I know I asked yesterday, and even from the reply, I couldn't get it. Is it Ghibli? Is it Ghibli? Is it Ghibli? What's up, E-Rock? What's up, Mike Bennett? Good to see you, boys. Good morning, sir. Good to see you, man. What a fucking beautiful Jenny. But Binance now listing its first batch of vote-to-list tokens, right? Binance is now changing how their process to list meme coins, as in you vote for them, they get listed. We got Mubarak? I don't know that one, but CZ's dog Broccoli, and then Tutorial Tut, or Toot, and then Bananas. Bananas 31. Okay, those are now all getting listed on Binance. It's kind of a big deal. Maybe evens the playing field a little bit. And then random. This is so random. I don't know where else to fit this in, but the Say Foundation is maybe going to acquire 23andMe. Wild. You can just say things here, right? And get some attention. Why not? So why not just say that? Are they really going to buy it? Damn. Hey, these guys over in Abstract. The bots are wild. They think I'm gaming. The bots just fucking reply whatever. Clean shot. Can't believe you pulled that off. Whatever. For a minute there, I thought they liked the stream. Okay. Say Foundation. Dude, yeah. Mike, yeah. I mean, I assume that's true. I don't know, but I assume that makes tons of sense. And that's all coming too. RWAs, tokenized securities. Yeah. Put that right in the same category as stablecoins. That's where mass adoption is coming from. And that's not far off. Those are the guys who need those regulations in place. That's why those specific bills matter so much and why this market really ain't going to move without it. Again, normies aren't looking at your JPEGs and FOMOing over them. They're not. Why would they? They're not FOMOing over a Taproot Wizard for $27,000. But they are about tokenized real estate, maybe. Maybe. I think so. Dude, DeYank, DeYank, if you listed your Taproot Wizard for 1 Bitcoin, it's going to sell today. You list your Taproot Wizard for 1, it sells today. You might be able to list that for 2 and see it sell. Maybe. I think 1 easily. 1.5 is like a pretty good maybe. 2 is like maybe. But like, dude, you could get a full Bitcoin today if you wanted. Easy. Crazy stuff, dude. Congrats. Anyway, we'll see about this. 23andMe filed for bankruptcy, I think is the story. Say Foundation saying they might buy it. The importance of data and putting stuff on chain and all that cool stuff. I agree. I like it all. Are they really going to buy it? I don't know. Maybe we'll buy it. All right, let's do the NFT market with 2 big stories. Actually, there's a lot more than 2 today. But our big stories in NFTs, and actually one of them expands beyond NFTs. It's AI as well. The Doodles. The G is silent, so it's Ibly. Iraq, I don't think that's a bad idea, actually. For DeYank. Again, DeYank got it. Well, let's pull it up. Again, I told you we'll break for Taproot Wizards at any point. So he got like one of the rarest in the collection. Top 20 or so. Listed at 4.2. And people can throw offers at you, right? So listed at 4.2, see if somebody grabs it there. But watch for offers to come in. 1 Bitcoin that sells easy. Would you sell it for 1 though? That's the question. Okay, biggest stories again. Doodles, huge story. Dude, I've read through that white paper twice now. I'm gonna have to read through it like 2 or 3 more times. It's not that it's so complicated, but it's a lot of words and it's like wordy, like overly wordy a little bit. But it's awesome. I think the Doodles might be cooking something pretty special. Like, I really like what they're doing. Dude, right? No, none of us are jealous at all. Yep, set that bar. Dude, and there's the stupid out there chance that somebody buys it for 4.2. Doubt it, but like, if there's one that would sell around there, it's like that, or one of those honoraries. You put it high and just watch those offers. Peak FOMO, look, I think a good year out for NFTs. A year out. I do think 2026 might be a amazing year for everything. Crypto, NFTs. It's not here now. There's a chance it's in the fall. I really think it's like in the spring. I think it's like a year off. Okay, Doodles, Taproot Wizards, Azuki update, VFriend. There's a lot going on in NFTs, so let's look at the market, dive into those stories. Here we are with sales yesterday, 12.6 million sales. It's cross-chain. Sellers down, buyers down, transactions down, average sale price up slightly, and trade profits still $1 million in the negative here. We just can't get out of that. Look, we could scroll and scroll and scroll, and you're going to see basically $1 million in the negative every day. And it's been like that basically all year, other than a few days here. Yep. Yeah, no, list that bad boy really high. Top collections move in this market. I was expecting to see Courtyard on top, and there they are, yeah. Courtyard's cooking, man. Awesome stuff. I mean, they got these vending machines. You buy packs, you crack the packs, and in it you have like Pokemon cards, or they've got certain drops with like NBA, right? Like they really, and they're physical cards. Represented by an NFT. You can redeem the NFT for the physical card. All graded. Incredible stuff. They're cooking. They are over 3 million sales. They now take Solana as payment too, guys, which is awesome. So like that's going to be a trend you're going to see more and more and more. Tap into that liquidity over there, your product on any chain. And that's just going to keep happening here. It's not going to matter what chain you're on, right? Except for Bitcoin. I think it matters a lot. But take anybody's money, man. Take the Solana Bros money. Morph Black, I have no idea what that is. In fact, as soon as I see something new making with a lot of sales, I instantly start thinking sus. So let me peek at OpenSea real quick here. Oh, come on, fuck out of here. I really like OG OpenSea. Okay, is that a real collection? That might be legit. Worth pay. Oh yeah, I think that's legit. Yeah. Global consumer layer. Yeah, I won't dive into exactly what that is now. Just a quick spot check to see if that's even a real thing. Looks like a real thing. That said, I mean, it's a real thing. Oh, is this part of that? Is this part of that walnut ecosystem, maybe, or walrus ecosystem, maybe? Again, I'll do more digging on my own with this one, but legit. But I also see like there's not a ton of engagement on a lot of the tweets. Some of them, it's kind of all over the place. So yeah, I'll dig anyway. It looks legit. 1.7 million sales. Those might be primary sales, not sure yet. But we also have D-Market, Pudgy Penguins. This is a laundering collection. Base Apes, I think similar. CryptoPunks Bored Apes, maybe an autoglyph sale here, yay. Paradise, I think, is laundering too. And just shout out to the Doodles and Mad Lads. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, I want to look into that later. Yeah, there's your top sale here. And that does look like a sale here for Autoglyph 364 selling for 105 ETH, $210,000, man. Wow. Some art on Super Rare. Is that a Okay, I don't know what that is. I thought at first that's maybe a Geez, hang on. I'm testing my memory here. Oh, yeah, maybe I'm not going to get it. God, I'm trying to give myself a hint at what that might be. God, okay, well, whatever. I'm thinking it's that AI art project, right? The community who kind of trains the model and votes on the outputs. Might be that. Anyway, we'll come back to. Well, maybe I'll hit that up on the AI show this afternoon. I do think that's like a pretty special piece. We'll see. We got a Pudgy Penguin sale. What else? Not a lot noteworthy. We'll save that Autoglyph, the most noteworthy one. We'll find out more about that sale. $84,000. Pretty fucking great for an art sale. I like it. Okay, Taproot Wizards. Now, this I'm excited about. You know what? Fuck it. Breaking news, guys. Kind of breaking, sort of. We already knew, but maybe a little more officially, Steady Teddy's minting April 1st. That's Tuesday coming up. That mint should cook. I hope the market isn't like it is today. I hope we're a little better, because that should cook. But a heads up, if you got a whitelist spot, get ready for that bad boy. Bridge some funds over. It's $88 USD value of that Barra token. Let me bookmark that. I don't want to forget, but that mint could cook, should cook, whatever. All right, so Taproot Wizards. So we streamed the auction. It was awesome. 80 pieces sold, settling at 0.31 Bitcoin. Some sold right at the start of the auction. I love you, Marty. Oh, dude. You probably have hundreds of NFTs and don't realize it. Oh my God, yeah, dude. Yeah, those are cool, by the way. Those things that'll dust or grab your dust, or burn your NFT, whatever. Yeah, those are cool. Okay, stream the auction. It was a lot of fun. Like Dutch auctions are a blast. I love Dutch auctions. They're fun. I know most people don't. No, I take that back. I think people do like watching it. Maybe they're fun to participate in. They are. Like, right, FX Hash is one of my favorite platforms, and Dutch auctions were like, they were the exciting part of that. So, auction happens, some sell at 0.42, not many, and just as we go, I mean, little, a sale here and there, little bit here and there. And then finally you start seeing them go in chunks. And then finally, you feel the pressure on. And they sold out at 0.31. That's $27,000. And those are going to hit our wallets here coming up in an hour and a half at or around 10 a.m. Eastern time. Oh, dude, wait. I'm an hour off in like 30 minutes. Okay, so we'll be live when those go live. So, when those hit wallets, we'll be live and we'll do some price predictions here. But gotta say, like, really smart of those guys to accept Sol as a payment token for this. And that's what I was really wondering right here. How many bids were Sol versus Bitcoin for this auction? Guys, over half of them were Sol. Love that. I'd love to see a breakdown. And I want to see, where they bid. Like the Solana bids, what price they came in at. But that's super interesting. Again, I think we'll see a lot more of that. A lot more like mints happening where you can bid in Sol and ETH and USDC and whatever, right? But that's pretty good. This is Tully, co-creator, co-founder of Solana. That's his honorary. He's rocking that PFP still. I think we'll see some more big names rocking Taproot Wizards here. But I got to put on your radar here. We'll look at the collection in a second. I got to put on your radar, like, who is talking about Taproot Wizards? And it does matter. It does matter because, like, right, if Taproot Wizards don't appeal to you, I get it. But what does matter is who they do appeal to. And they appeal to, like, a different kind of collector. That's like the rich dudes. It does. It does. We don't have to like it. You don't have to. That could sound, like, icky, right? But they do. Udi's saying something that I know appeals to Raoul Pal. Scarce, high sought-after digital art. It is a thing. It does matter. And look, I know the Bitcoin ecosystem's so young, like the collectible ecosystem, but there's going to be a point where it really, really matters, where some of these things are incredibly scarce, and certain dudes out there, and it doesn't take many, will really want them. Raoul Pal might really want them. He's talking about this stuff. He's saying in 10 years, look, is he talking stablecoins here? Crypto in general, right? Cleanest long-term bet in the world, 10 plus years, remains scarce, highly sought-after digital art. Most people don't understand this yet, but if crypto's going to 50 trillion plus by 2034, art is the ultimate prize. Because there's things in this digital ecosystem that there's only so many of, right? If we're all in crypto, there's an infinite number of cryptos. And they're fungible. One is the same as the other, right? NFTs is different. And if you want like those like very exclusive certain digital items, artifacts, collectibles, whatever, there's only so many. There's 2,100 Taproot Wizards. Altogether, those top collections, 35,000 in the world of those top collectibles on Bitcoin. And do they matter more than collectibles on ETH or Solana or Say or whatever's your favorite ecosystem? I sure as fuck think so. Like, to me, there's nothing that matters more than Bitcoin. There's nothing. That's including the token and including the collectibles on Bitcoin. Let me see. How much was it? So they sold out at 27 grand, 0.31. And again, people who bid at the top at 0.42, they get a refund of the difference, right? People pay where it settles, where it sells out. I think they'll be artificially pumped, go the route of node monks and puppets. But yeah, dude, Marty, the thing is, they're all up from their mint price, all of them. So they're not zero, they're up. All of them. All of them. Puppets are up. Even in this shitty market, puppets are up, node monks are up, quantum cat's up, all of them. Those top NFT collections on Bitcoin are all up. If you minted, you're up still. A year later, 2 years later, you're up. If you bought on secondary during a little pumpy pump, you might be in trouble there in the short term. But all of them, every single one, if you minted, you're up. And we're not up a little. We're talking hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. They're all up. And this will be the same. If you bought on primary, maybe you're a little more in trouble with this one or underwater with this one. If you minted with an entangled pair, you minted at 0.1. That means you're basically going to 3x your money. If they do what I think they'll do, 3x. If you got a whitelist, not the entangled pair, but a whitelist, you mint at 0.2. You're also up 50%. It's pretty sweet, man. Yeah, and again, this is not the season for ordinals yet. When it's ordinal season, it's going to shock people. The same thing that CryptoPunks do, these top collections are going to do. Do they hit CryptoPunk's status and level? Dude, long enough time frame, I think so. Again, there's nothing that matters like Bitcoin matters. And some people see that right here, right now, right? Raoul Pal sees it. Flamingo DAO has 2 Taproot Wizards. They see it, right? We had Jay Squiggle on the show yesterday. And he said there's certain circles that people are talking about Taproot Wizards. And he didn't mention them, but I assume it's kind of like these circles. Like a very high-end kind of collector. I think they're talking about these. I think they get it because that's the area, that's the sector, that's the type of assets they dabble in, that they collect. It's a different game, right? But, man, they got the money to be able to buy these things and then be super patient and play this out over the next decade. But there we go. That, Marty, that actually might be. I mean, that might be. I don't disagree there. I think it could be a good 10 years off before that scenario I'm talking about plays out. But when I talk about these with the prices that I'm mentioning, right, 1 or 2 Bitcoin floor, it's on a long enough time frame, a long enough horizon. They get there because in that time frame we get a crazy NFT cycle again, and again when that happens, ordinals will be there for the first time. Could be 10 years out, Marty. You could be spot fucking on. I don't disagree at all. In fact, I lean towards it's probably closer to that to hit those price targets than it is closer to now. But if it happens in the next 5 years, I won't be surprised. If it happens in the spring, like a year from now, like a whole year from now, that won't surprise me either. I just know it's coming. Yeah, dude, I can't not say it. I believe it. I believe it that much. I believe it that much. I think they're that special. And right, just like I wish I bought Bitcoin 10 years ago, and I wish I bought a CryptoPunk years ago too, right? This is one of those ones where you see it and you feel it and it makes sense. And it's like, man, I don't want to miss this. I don't want to miss that shit again. I miss it all the time. And you got to like learn how to be able to spot those things when it's harder to see. Actually, maybe it's easier. There's less demand because it's, you know, it's so unbelievable. But we're definitely in that phase now. It's unbelievable. And yeah, some people believe. I do. I really do. Let's peek. Let's peek at Magic Eden. I really do think that scenario plays out. Again, I have a bet on it. Somehow, some way, by the way, Quantum Cats are up. Yesterday I peeked at Quantum Cats. They're up like 21% in a 24-hour period. This is what I was thinking would happen, by the way. We'll watch this stuff, but people who didn't hit a wizard, ended up, you know, cold feet, or didn't get a wizard at auction, they withdraw those funds from that auction wallet, and I had a feeling some of that would be rolled into puppets and node monks and quantum cats. Again, quantum cats were up yesterday, and I don't know why. That could be artificial too. I lean towards that's artificial because with quantum cats, man, it feels like there's hundreds about to get listed, right? Like anybody, this is what I said to Henry. I just imagine any one trader who's got an entangled pair minted their Taproot Wizard. A lot of people had quantum cats just to get to a wizard. So you got your wizard, you now got 2 quantum cats, and a lot of those guys minted for 0.1. Why wouldn't they sell one? Keep one, sell one. You got your wizard, you got your 1 cat, and maybe you break even. Maybe you're up a little bit. I think we'll have a lot of quantum cats hit the market whenever they unlock. That might be today. That said, with that expectation, why are they selling right now? That's the part I can't quite figure out. Now that there's been a ton right now, rolling 24 hours, only 3 sales in the past 24 hours right now. But why up when possibly we have hundreds about to get listed? I'm not sure about that. Maybe artificial. And that's it, Iraq. Maybe the expected thing isn't going to happen. Also, maybe we get an announcement from the Taproot Wizards. They are going to drop a token. That feels pretty damn likely here. Not now. Could be a whole year off too, but they're going to drop a token, and that's news that'll send this. I don't think they, you know, Henry, it was a good point. You don't drop that news when you don't need it. They have the attention, so they do not need to. Yep. No, you're right there too, myself. Yep. But like price aside, it's just like seeing a thing that has that kind of potential that like means something, and CryptoPunks meant something back then. A lot of people couldn't see it. And I see that collectibles on Bitcoin, something that simple, means a lot. Like means a lot more than I think what a lot of people think it means. I think it means a lot. I think it's a big, big, big deal. Dude, Edge, if that were I would be okay with that. I would be pissed if I weren't me. You know what I mean? Like, I get if anybody else would be furious about that. Yeah. So nodes minted at what? 0.03, cats minted at 0.1. Dude, quantum cats lived at 0.5. They got that high. Nodes 0.9. It got fucking spicy there for a minute in a, I'm sorry, NFT bear market. Yeah, that ecosystem cooked for a minute. We had a little hope, but definitely not a bull market. And they did that to me. That's just a little flash of their potential. They're all up. They're all up from their mint price. And 0.01 is $850. It's a lot of money. That's up pretty decently. Unit bias is a beautiful fucking thing. So we'll see today. I think. What's up, Gravier? Good to see you, man. Okay, I want your guys' price predictions. They minted out at 0.31. We had public sales. I'm sorry, we had whitelist sales and tangled sales right at 0.1 and 0.2. So we've got the whole range here. Where do they settle? In fact, let's go deeper than that. When they hit everybody's wallet, let's say they hit all at once. How many do you think get listed? 2100 edition collection. How many get listed? Where do you think people start listing them? And let's just say in the next week, between now and next Friday, how low do you think they get? And then we'll go a little step further where you think they settle. Hold that for now. How many get listed? How many do you think we see hit the market? And how low do you think they get over the next week? We're going to look at Quantum Cast to get an idea of how many are listed out of that collection. 123 out of the 3,300 edition collection. Remember, though, with I think 1,600 or so of them locked up. I might have that number wrong. Let's even say 15-ish. We'll play middle ground. But I think there were 700 to 800 entangled pairs, which means there are probably around 1,500 of these that are locked up right now. So 1,500 about to get unlocked. I'm very curious to see these. Punks were free, yeah. Yeah, there was no understanding NFTs back then. You had to give them away, but different time now. $16 votes came in. 7 think they'll go below. 9 think they won't. I like that. Below 0.2. Interesting. Is it worth noting that Quantum Cats never fell below mint price? They got close, right? They got to 0.10 something. They got very close, but they never got to mint price. 600 listed and a low of 0.25, as high as 0.42. I like that a lot. 600 Wizards. Oh, you know what? I think I confused it too, because I mentioned the amount of cats that get listed. But I think what I really meant there, to be clear too, is how many Taproot Wizards get listed. I think you were answering that, and then price. So 600 Wizards listed, which is what 30. I'm just generally 30-something% of the collection, the supply. Am I mathing right? No, not quite. Well, close to 30% of the supply, ballpark. 50% listed, floor at 0.5. Holy shit, Edge. You think that the lowest they'll get is 0.5 with half of it with 1,200 listed? Hang on, again, math stupid. Let's just say about 1,000 listed. That's a wild prediction. I love it. If that happens, 50% listed and it holds at 0.5, that means there's crazy demand for these fuckers. Or people just aren't undercutting each other. High listing pressure for the first 2 to 3 hours. Just like we saw with Quantum Cats, floor around 0.4. Oh, I love that. Taproot Wizards can never multiply like Punks did. That's, from free to, exactly. That's a great point too. Right, Taproot Wizards, and I think we're probably very in line there. Taproot Wizards can 3x to 6x or so, right? I still do think they can get to 2. I think there's a crazy out there scenario where they can get to 5-ish. I'll say this again like I always do. In a very short window of time. Picture crazy NFT euphoric cycle comes back. The peak of that, the absolute peak of that cycle, 2, 3, 4, 5 Bitcoin. It's crazy. It's out there. But there's a short window of time. If it's a day, if it's 12 hours, if it's a week, whatever it is, that's out there. That could happen. There is on Satflow top offer on let's pull it up, but top offer on a Taproot Wizard is 0.25. Let's see if it's still there. No, that might be pulled at this point. No, it's there. Okay, we got an offer for 0.25 on Satflow. Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Like, we've had one sale of a Taproot Wizard ever. It was 0.8. I think Udi will buy him. I think so too. I think they got a market maker, right? I do think he'll buy him. Absolutely. Yeah, offers do matter and optics matter. I'm with Marty. I think they'll be purchased, held by the team. Absolutely. I would bet money on that. Absolutely. I believe that. Okay. I think we'll see. God, it's hard to not see like 500-ish being listed. Let me think if I can really lock in a prediction. Hundreds listed, maybe not 500 though. I do think a lot of people got these and want to hold them and feel it out. I'm probably in that camp. I don't want to sell mine, by the way. I really do believe in them long term. Got to think opportunity cost. If I don't sell, hang on, did something just sell? See, at any moment, one just sold for 0.784. Am I on the right? That's not the right collection. Is it? What am I looking at? Oh, okay. I think that's an honorary. If I'm even looking at the right collection here, which I think it is. So I think we'll see hundreds listed. I think that makes sense. I think a lot of people are going to wait and see. So maybe less get listed than I, kind of would expect. But it's so hard. Do I need to make a prediction? Because I don't know. It's a guess. I see a scenario where they hit 0.2-ish, 0.205, 0.21. I don't think that. No, you know what? I like the 0.25-ish ballpark. 0.24, 0.25. I like that. Yeah, Jeremy, I think these in the next 6-ish minutes. In fact, let me go get my wallet kind of queued up here and we'll watch. But these are dropping imminently. So we'll get to see some of this live. At a 2,100, Heidi says only about 200 listed. I could definitely see that too. Most projects tend to list 10 to 20% of a collection. It skews higher lately, doesn't it? Because so many people are just trying to lock in whatever. It's not uncommon to see 25, 30% these days. This is going to be so fucking interesting. Okay, let me check out my wallet here. Yeah, I want to say 0.25-ish maybe is as low as they get. It all depends on how many people list. I mean, you just can't predict it, but 0.25-ish. I think they settle around 0.35-ish. Who the fuck knows? Who knows, man? Garish, hang on. We'll chat that. So how could these be lower than Cats a month ago? Because Cats a month ago doesn't matter. Nothing a month ago really matters. It's right here, right now. Cats are about to be maybe even 0.05. Maybe. But Cats have potential to go down to 0.05, 0.06. I mean, that's why. But we'll definitely see. Okay, got my wallet ready here. We'll see we'll see when it hits. Dude, it's exciting though. Yeah. Boy, it's impossible. It's impossible to predict this. But oh man, definitely can be lower than 0.3. Again, it's the market right here, right now. What are people willing to pay right now? Nobody's willing to pay 0.3 on a cat right now at all. No, in fact, they should be 0.05. Again, I expect market making in this too. Big X factor, does DOOD announce a token? He's going to announce a token at some point. It's so clear. Taproot Wizards invested in Odin.fun, a token launchpad. DOOD's flat out said an NFT that, delivers a token. Like, it's coming. Token's coming. And so how is that put out there where people start thinking, man, I don't want to sell and miss this thing, right? Okay, so I imagine... hang on, we got an DOOD tweet. I imagine somebody like Flamingo Down not selling, right? How many of those kind of collectors do we have out there? They got money. They don't need to sell right now. It's a question of how many people are trying to make some money right now versus how many bought it because they're loaded and they're just going to park this thing for years. Don't know, but all the entangled pairs are going to be up pretty big. Like a nice 3x. Like some of those guys I think are going to take it. Why wouldn't you? Oh, that's fucking cool. I like that, Mike. That's cool. What's Udi saying? I'm obviously going to continue to evangelize the Taproot Wizards everywhere, but it's the holders. It's up to the holders to demonstrate to everybody that this is the strongest branded Bitcoin, the leading community to belong to. Yeah. He's a great marketer. And I think he's right. I think cats are going to be way too cheap. They're not a lot less rare than Taproot Wizards. I do think people will make a mistake with cats and think they're like half of a wizard. Maybe they are, but all of them being worth a lot. Yeah, cats are still alpha. So this is coming. This isn't the conspiracy theory show, Marty? I feel like it's a conspiracy theory show. Oh, Marty, I already got mine. We know what it looks like. Here's mine, Marty. He's good. He's good. He's not rare, but he's not rare. He's not a floor, and also, I think anything is a floor unless it's, like, super rare. There's my guy. There's my guy. Heidi's. Yeah, that tweet from Udi's key. Yeah, if holders are strong, create a solid community, these could be up only. Could be, yeah. Yep. I think they're special. I think they'll do well. Look, the same way cats have kind of surprised me and done well in the past 24, 48 hours, I kind of wonder if Taproot Wizards just going to do the same. It won't make sense to people. It's going to go against what everybody thought would happen, which is they come out, everybody lists, they dump. It's there's a good chance it doesn't do that at all. It's a lot of people like me. I got it. I got this pretty bold prediction for them. Selling now would feel like selling for peanuts, so we sit and wait. With the hope that the NFT ecosystem cooks. We'll see. All right, so let's keep coming back to this, guys. If you see that Taproot Wizards are live, like hitting wallets, drop it in the chat, because we'll switch right to that. But in the meantime, like, congrats to the team. That was fucking awesome. Like, a really, really fun stream yesterday covering the auction live. I think a success by every metric. And we'll see when they hit secondary here. Now, Doodles had some big fucking news yesterday. I love a good conspiracy theory. Doodles, big news. Like, this is the Doodles big announcement. I wonder if they couldn't do this. If remember their CEO, they got rid of him a few months back. I wonder if it's because he just didn't like this vision for where Doodles are going. I wonder. This is pretty darn interesting. So the Doodles dropped a light paper or a white paper on something called DreamNet. It's a pretty ambitious plan that heavily leans into the AI narrative. And powered, by their DOOD token. And let's see if we can kind of piece together how this works. It is kind of complicated. Okay, so they lay out this problem, this problem with like media, like the big production studios are, that IP is really concentrated there. The big IP that's the big money making stuff. It's owned by just a few kind of giant corporations, and you getting your IP out there, like the deck's kind of stacked against you. However, building together, having like a decentralized kind of framework to build out like these stories and build out like a value, like a huge store of value, maybe different. Maybe you can compete that way. And when you see this, I want you to picture, right? We had this idea or this vision, at least I did, I think a lot of other people too, this vision that the other side metaverse will be where we see all this cool IP from Web3 plug into the same ecosystem, and this is where we change the world, right? And it didn't materialize at all. At all. I read this light paper and I start thinking maybe this is exactly what that looks like. This is where these things, these IP, all these NFT characters plug in, and we build out this big sprawling ecosystem of content right here. It's super interesting. Again, it's like a very complicated diagram or light paper to break down right here. We're going to do exactly that, but I want to think of a good example. And I guess we use the Doodles ecosystem for it. The Doodles ecosystem in DreamNet. We'll use, Dolesville in the Doodleverse. Picture Dolesville is a world, right? And we've already seen their animation for it. And there's some Doodles characters in that animation, right? And it got mainstream attention. The Dolesville in the Doodle universe would have a token called, let's say, Dolesville. And then each of the NFTs, the characters in that universe, have a token themselves. For those characters to be in that universe, though, they need to hold that universe's token. So each NFT or character holds the Dolesville token. You hold X amount to be a part of that world. And all of a sudden, now they're part of that world. They're part of that story, part of that lore. So let's just keep using Dolesville and the Doodlesville, whatever universe thing. The next animation, well, we know what characters will be in it because it's the characters that hold X amount of XP, X amount of tokens. And where it gets super interesting is if you want to add in locations. You come up with a lore for a cool like land in that world. Or you come up with another planet or something and you want it in that world, you kind of dream it up and you create it in, I think, their AI tool. They have an actual AI launchpad here, agents, and I wonder if it can be more than that. I will just stick to agents for now. But whatever you dream up can be a physical thing in that world if you get a high enough market cap. This is, by the way, reading it twice, this is my understanding of how it works. And some of this I probably have got it a little bit off. But basically, the characters and the locations and probably whatever else you have in there become tangible things. And they become tangible in that, again, by holding X amount of tokens here. And so then that opens the door to have IP from other ecosystems potentially come in. Potentially. I don't know if there's ways that gate it. Let's use that Dolesville ecosystem. If it has to always be Doodles characters, I don't know, for some arbitrary reason, or could a Bored Ape, and picture who would be the most famous Bored Ape out there. Let's go Gordon Goner. Gordon wants his ape in the Doodles animation. Can he go somehow mint his NFT in that universe and then hold enough of the tokens to get his guy plugged in there? That I don't know. But the same IP will be able to be born in all different worlds that are born up in that Doodles ecosystem. So just because your Bored Ape or whatever, your Kong, your whatever, isn't in that Dolesville world, other worlds will be born there too, each with their own token that you buy that world token, you're in there. And then other people can be a part of that world by buying its token. But I wonder, too, if they get exposure to you, like a closeness, like a friendship in the story and lore to your character by holding the character token, too. It's weird. It's really weird, and it's really interesting. That as I read, I'm like, fuck. Like, it's very ambitious. I see how that could work. I see how it could work. It takes a lot of buy-in. And where does the buy-in come in? Why does somebody want to be in here? It's because you want, like, proximity to these bigger brands. Like, if I have a character I've been dreaming up and I want to get exposure for him, as opposed to doing it on my own, which I can do, I could go buy enough of the tokens from that ecosystem to get my character in there. And all of a sudden, that's good for my brand, my character. Cats, let me think. Similar to Kindred. Kindred is more like static, like you have your companion, as opposed to like a more sprawling like universe. Because this is really about story, and yeah, the characters in there for sure, but like it's more about like the story, and this actually feels like a different play on like the story protocol, right? With the IP token, like tokenizing IP. This feels closer to that kind of play. It's like a hybrid in a way. But yeah, then you picture scaling it out from there. And they use Star Wars as an example. Somebody dreams up a planet, and that planet's got cool lore, and people really like it, so they buy the token to be a part of that world too, and they have their own characters they actually mint them to be part of that world too. And then if somebody else likes that world that's being built out, but like, let's say they've got an animation they're working on or a book or whatever, and I want to use that same lore, the world and the characters, but I want to build a video game, I buy their tokens, and then I kind of create my own gaming version of that. That again, I need this all to settle. Like I have to read things many, many times to have it all make sense, but I'm definitely seeing the potential for something like this. I'm seeing the incentive for other people to want to come and buy these tokens to be a part of it. Because it starts with Doodles. Like right now, who wouldn't, and there's probably some people who wouldn't, but who wouldn't want to be part of the Doodles ecosystem with the connections they now have to, right, McDonald's, and did they do a Starbucks thing? But Arizona, they've got those brand partnerships. It's like instant connections. It's instant eyeballs. Does it play out that way? Because some of this stuff is like we thought with the Other Side Metaverse. It didn't materialize, right? The idea is cool. I can see that future, but does it happen? Are there enough people who want to like be in that kind of thing and are willing to put in the work? Because this actually, here's the downside, relies on other people's work. That's like the biggest draw against it, which sounds crazy. This only works if the community wants it to work and wants to be a part of building out like a world. Without it, what happens? It just kind of like withers and dies. I don't know. I think there's a pretty cool opportunity here. I think there's something here. So that Star Wars idea, the world is Star Wars. Here's the people who would hold that Star Wars token: fans, agents, contributors, investors. Here's somebody. So somebody dreamed up the planet, one of the planets that'll be in the Star Wars ecosystem. That planet, again, born in that Star Wars universe, it has its own token. The character somebody invented also has its own token. You buy the token to bet on that character, but again, I think you have to push these up to a certain market cap to like live in that story. So it has to be popular. It has to be popular enough. People have to want it. Sorry, just checking if the Wizards arrived here. Hang on. There's another tweet that breaks it down. Let me see. I might have it in line already. Yeah, this'll probably help. DreamNet. Oh, and again, it's very AI. Yeah, so Mesh, cool opportunity, but it relies on Doodles marketing it to creators and franchises. Yeah, so the appeal has to be, God, I want to partner with the Doodles. I want to build in the Dullsville and the like whatever the ecosystem is, whatever the world is, I want to build in there. How do you build in there? You buy their token. And those tokens are paired with the DOOD token. So the DOOD token is like kind of behind all of it, which is good for Doodles. By the way, Doodles see the biggest benefit here too. This is if other people want to get into that ecosystem, but Doodles holders, their NFTs get to be minted as these characters in that universe. They are AI agents too. You get to train them and build their lore and their personalities and stuff and then plug them into that world. It's a cool idea. So far, the agent thing hasn't lived up to its potential. Like the agents that just have like a personality and stuff, right? It only goes so far. This is what lets you take it a step further. Build a personality. It doesn't have to do things. Doesn't need to function. It just now can live in this universe. And if he has fans, well, in theory, better for him. You would then have like marketing deals potentially that come to that doodle. Like, what if you create a character in this game and you get an Adidas licensing deal for your character? Right? Things like that are cool, and it's up to the holder, the owner of that character. Maybe you distribute royalties to your token. You know what that looks like. I don't know. I can see the appeal of people wanting to come in and do this, but if they're going to put work into making a character and a lore and a world and all that stuff, there has to be like some financial incentive for them too. You know, token price go up is usually that incentive. It's really fucking interesting though. What's up, Dad? But again, it's like Doodles is now an AI project. Okay, anyone can build characters, worlds, and stories, kind of like fan fiction meets crypto meets AI. That's a really good way to sum it up. Create AI-powered characters, build new worlds, use tokens to support the best ideas, interact with a community-created universe, watch your stories come to life. Every new character and world has its own token. If the community loves your idea, they can back it buying your token. The more support, more influence it has. The more support, the more influence it has in the story. So, like, if I have a character and I want it to be like best buds with Henry the Grape, I might have to buy a lot of Henry the Grape token. I definitely have to buy the world token that Henry the Grape lives in for my character to even be there with his. And that could either be me buying it, or maybe it's like my token market cap has to be high enough, so it's, my audience or my friends or whatever have to buy that token to push it up to that point. AI does the heavy lifting. Characters talk, post, roleplay, evolve on their own. You train it, though. Think NPCs on social media with your backstory and vibes. Again, a lot of this is cool, and it like, if this was some random person putting this out there with no track record and no ability to deliver stuff, I'd be like, it's cool, whatever. It will never materialize. The fact that it's got some guys who've delivered some stuff who can build, at least on the art side they can build, and then on the biz dev side they can do it. Like, there's something pretty interesting here. Like, there's potential here. We saw with the other side how that played out. It didn't. But here, we'll see. Right narrative, right time, right place. Is this, though, and I wonder this, is this like the last-ditch effort to make it work? Right? It's like, well, if they're sitting here brainstorming, what can we do to build this thing out? Look, if AI didn't explode the way it exploded, would they have arrived at this kind of product, an AI product? Or did this only happen because AI came around and they're like, well, fuck, we could do that? Like, was this just decided on, like, kind of more recently and built out more recently? It's interesting, man. What's up, Sir Billy? I always call you Sir Riley, but I think it's Billy, right? Sir Billy? The way to get around this is to focus on fan fiction, not the monetization. That's how you onboard Web 2. People already do fan fiction for free. People really do it. They really do. And if you're not in those kind of... Look, if you've never seen it, I would understand not believing that happens, but people love writing fan fiction and building characters and worlds. They do. Using Star Wars as an example, who creates the universe in the center of the diagram? Disney? Yeah, and in this case, it's, in theory, you. It's anybody who wants. Disney could come in and build their own world in the Doodles universe. They buy Doodles token, they launch a world, and then it creates them a token. But again, you buy your own token. People who want to buy into your world buy your world token via DOOD. They buy DOOD, they swap DOOD for your token. I think I believe that's the way it works. DOOD is the token that gets you into those ecosystems. So if you have a Doodle, you get early access. Use your NFT as a character with perks. Receive DOOD, right? 30% of the supplies go into Doodles holders. So first and foremost, you're going to see those Doodles characters come to life in whatever worlds like Doodles team has ready for them, but also like the community. If they dream up some new worlds, the Doodles characters are primed to populate that right now. I like this a lot. This is like a good evolution of, okay, you know the AI agents out there that they just chat? This is a good evolution for that. Like, this will help them focus on something, and maybe I'll work towards a common goal. Like, there's definitely something here. Again, it gets more interesting when you start thinking outside of the Doodles ecosystem. What other Web3 IP can you plug now into the Doodles world? And you do have some great creative people out there who can, like, dream up cool stories. So, like, let them cook in here. Let them cook in here. Let's see what that starts looking like. Let's see. DOOD, it's used to create, interact, and tip characters. 30% go into holders. Let's see how that plays out. I can go one way or another with this. It's a nothing burger and nobody's going to care. Or maybe this is that missing piece that takes AI and NFT, or I should say Web3 IP to the next level. I don't know which way it goes, but I think when we've seen what happened with ChatGPT all of a sudden here, like, something's changing really, really fast. And NFTs are like part of the solution to that problem. We probably need a good spaces about this. Like, this is a conversation. Hang on, Mech, let me see. Crypto, you just got into dungeon crawlers, yeah. Those are fun, man. Mech, what you're asking is the world has to be something you created, not someone else's IP. Well, hang on, let me read that again. I guess what I'm asking is the world has to be something you create. No. If you're asking if you can take your character and plug it in someone else's IP, if I'm reading that right, I might not be, but no, you can take your character, plug it into other IP. If any of you guys out there make a world there and I can plug my character into your world, or somebody like Disney or whoever comes in and makes a world in the Dude's ecosystem and you can plug your guy in there. Look, if the market were different and if enough investors or whoever sees potential in this, what if you got a big brand that comes into Web3, like Web3 AI, crypto AI via something like this? Like we had Nike come in. We had all these major brands come in. What if they come in and want to play here? Want to make a playground in story in a world that we all plug into? Would be interesting. I don't know if Pranksy likes this. Pranksy's listing all his Grail Doodles, all of them. I don't think he likes this. Right? I don't think he's seeing potential for this. Maybe he's just taking the opportunity when there's attention to stack some ETH, but he's listing all his Grail Doodles. I don't know. I think that's a sign that he's not super bullish on this. That could be. By the way, Mike, is Bitcoin dropping? Maybe a bit. So we'll watch that ecosystem. Again, I like it. I think it's, look, it's so new and I'm still trying to digest it all. I'm not sure what I think, other than I like it. If I fast forward 10 years from now and I dreamed up like what would Web3 look like, it would look like that, right? It would look like something like this. This is what I think a lot of us pictured the future of NFTs being, like these interoperable assets. And when you're faced with it, when it actually becomes real, is it underwhelming, or you're like, I don't think it'll actually materialize that way. So I'm not sure. I can just say I like it. I think the idea has potential. Like I really like the idea. It's more like, is it realistic? Will people buy into it? And that's the big unknown. So over the next few weeks, look, I think this tells us the Dude token is coming really soon. And guys, looking for catalysts, right? We talked earlier about those catalysts coming, but we've got the OpenSea drop coming, the Dude drop coming. I'm still waiting for the FTX stimmy to materialize out there. I don't know the status of that. It's something you need to check into. There are things happening. Is it enough? And I was thinking of this too just before the show. We got big projects with big drops and big announcements happening, and normally those happen in an NFT bull market. We cook. Well, we have a lot of things actually coming out. Azuki's anime token, the Dude stuff, Taproot Wizards. We've had a couple, more than a couple, but big things happen in NFTs, and it's not moving the needle. Pudgy Penguins, all their stuff. Are they putting it out now? Because you can't time that pump anymore. You can't. Is there going to be anything left to drop if and when the NFT market cooks? I just thinking through this all. I don't know. We have all these big milestone moments happening now in this market, and they're not really moving the needle. What's left for the bull market? What moves the needle then? The announcement's got to be even bigger and bigger and bigger. That said, also, this is kind of random too, but thinking about crypto getting to 50 trillion, right? That's in 10 years. Raoul Pal thinks we get to 50 plus trillion. It's a good time to remind people, because stablecoins, I think, is a big part of that. It's a good time to remind people that when more people and more money comes in, it doesn't mean our bags all go up and up and up. When more people and money comes in, it's growing like this way. That's the way crypto's growing. It's getting wider, bigger, and not necessarily like that. We will have different things over the next many years that do go up. Very specific things. Think of like when Trump token came out. You got to have these really special things that are different from the rest. And those things are going to do that. And they extract from all the other stuff too. But just keep that in mind. It's not the things we're parked in now that are all going up. It's that way. Crypto, the entry to Doodles is too expensive to have something like this work. Sounds great, but short-lived. Well, so yes, But I think where this becomes like an interesting opportunity, dude, is any of your NFTs you should be able to mint or create in this world. Like maybe it's that you have to make the world first. Maybe other NFTs can't be part of the Doodles world. Maybe they can, but the idea is you don't have to have a doodle to get into the ecosystem. They get a shortcut to it. They don't have to go buy the DOOD token. They get DOOD token. But you, if you got a Bored Ape and you want to get in there, you just buy DOOD token and you mint your character. So to start, maybe it's some kind of Doodles. Oh, shit. Is Doodles going to have a derivative collection that comes out? Oh, my God. I bet you Doodles. Hang on. They have an AI thing that creates agents. I bet you those are NFTs, right? If you already have a Doodles NFT, you already got it. I bet you they got a derivative collection or a second collection that's coming so that all of us could go get in that Doodles world. We have to buy DOOD. They mint that NFT/agent in the DOOD token. I bet you they got that coming just to get more people in. Yeah, retail is not here. Yep. I mean, I still agree with the people who say we are retail for sure. But dude, it's RWAs and stables. That's what brings in real retail. And it just gets them here holding crypto. And if they hold crypto, that's when they might stray a little from the comfortable stuff, the stables, and they might stray and go wander into a collectible. They might. Or they might go to Polymarket, right? Or they might go to whatever products out there at that point that appeals to them. But stable coins is what brings them here. And again, once they get comfortable on chain a little bit with the better tools we have now, they'll start to wander a bit. They are coming, but it's not our JPEGs that they're coming for. It's not. It's definitely not. One day, yes. Right now, no. Okay, we got a lot more, and we'll probably talk more about that over on the Swarm report today. There's a lot, just so much going on in AI. But yeah, make no mistake, Doodles is an AI project now. Azuki, they have their card games. Doodles TCG, the card game. Pre-order for those alpha starter decks live now. $95 a box. You buy it in anime. I think I'm gonna buy one if they're not sold out. If they're not sold out, I think I need one. Let me see if they're even for sale still. I really would like one. Choina, I missed that announcement, dude. I don't know. I saw something about badges, and I assume they dropped something here with badges. So I'm looking now. I have 2 badges. I don't feel like I did well with this. I have 2. How many badges do you have? I got 2. I've got Citizen, and I've got Gradient, which I think all mine are Gradient. I love the Gradients. Damn, they got rainbow badges and shit. I know that for sure. Yeah, I have all Gradients. I love those. We'll hit more on that. But anyway, Azuki TCG. I like it. I really do want a box. $95 a box. Pre-orders close April 3rd. Okay. So maybe it's an unlimited supply? I got to see what the supply looks like. I would love a box. What else we got? Kindred AI. Let's refresh here. Kindred's still hanging around 0.2 ETH, by the way. Those have done really well. And I think they'll continue to do well. Where are they at right now? Let's see. Clara, 0.16. Reveal, I think, comes on Monday. But announced a big old partnership with BDuck. This is one of the largest IP in Asia. I think 4th largest IP in China. Something like that. It's a pretty big partnership. Over 19 million fans and a presence in more than 100 countries. So BDuck will be a companion AI agent in this ecosystem. I don't know if you need to have the Kindred NFT to get access to it. I think so. It's starting to make sense, right? You get your free mint. Clara was a free mint. Holding that gets you a whitelist spot to then buy a BDuck companion, AI companion. Again, you stake your NFT, you're going to get token too. So that's super interesting. I like a lot of what they're doing here. They also, by the way, have the Hello Kitty license, right? They have Hello Kitty, so that's coming too. Gutter Cat Gang has a token sale going on. Gang community sale.
It will end after the Catterday Night Live Spaces on the 29th of March ET. This pre-sale is for holders of
dude, sorry about the camera.
Asset, cats, rats, dogs, pigeons, and clones. Go to community.guttertoken.com.
Cat says card game scars. Dude, it's brutal. We have the first ever ApeCon coming in April. I like this a lot. Ape Chain Builders Conference and start of competitions sponsored by Thank Ape. Pretty cool. 5,000 ape to winning team and many other prizes. Pretty cool. Crypto Garga. So Garga's going to be speaking there. I love it. Very cool. VFriends has got some cards coming out with Topps. Topps VFriend Chrome 2025 dropping in May. I think Gary's cooking some shit, by the way. I think there'll be a new VFriend series. Gut feel. I think we'll get a Gary announcement at some point here soon. Guerrilla Games going to launch its Guns Network. This is an Avalanche chain and their gun token. That's coming in, guys, like 3 days. Monday. Yep. Gun tradable on Binance. It's pretty spicy. NBA Top Shot, incentivizing you to bridge your moments over to OpenSea. List them, buy them, even just bridge them over, and you can win some like rookie moments, some rare moments maybe. Yeah, so incentivizing you getting this stuff on OpenSea and getting this trading. I like it. I think that's pretty cool. Now, okay, I'll probably save the AI stuff for the Swarm Report because it's really interesting out there. But man, have things changed, huh? This was just a few years ago. That was like that was peak AI a few years ago. I remember it too, man. That was cool shit back in the day. Fuck, dude, we've come a long way from that to this.
The world is changed.
Cover all the lands of darkness.
Fucking wild, guys.
I do.
The ring.
Dude, it's crazy where things are going. It's crazy where we're at. It's crazy where we're going. And it's a big problem. IP specifically is a big problem. We're going to have so many of these AI companies that are sued for copyright infringement. I don't know what it looks like, guys. I just know that that's coming, right? Has already been happening. It's a big old mess. In fact, it's so big. You know what? In a way like crypto, like we knew it would get to where it's at now because it's unstoppable. You can't do anything about it. AI might be similar that it's a problem with the things it's trained on and the kind of stuff it's generating. I don't know if you can stop it. I don't know if you can. And I truly don't know enough about it to know. Like, could you shut down a like a chat GPT because it's trained on copyrighted materials? Could you, or do they get a little fine and they move on? I don't know what this looks like, but it is a big problem. Somebody did like The Office
Another lover.
in
I don't look.
Ghibli.
It's
Ghibli.
priceless. As I'm taking it down, a woman catches Mexico, but I go to Canada.
I don't know what they do. It does bring me back to something like Story, though. Story Protocol. I'll probably mention them a lot going forward. God, I wanted to hit on this too. Yeah, I'll save all this for the AI show. It's really interesting right now. Really special time to be in, guys. Like serious growing pains. We're growing fast, and it's going to hurt along the way. And usually that's where there's some pretty awesome opportunities too. So worth saying that. It's did a 0.25 offer get accepted here? Because that 0.25 offer is gone. I wonder if that person didn't want to spend that 0.25. Put the offer out there because there's none out there for anybody to accept, right? Nobody could accept it yet. Now that these are about to go live, that offer's pulled. That's super interesting. Dude, we're going to see these really soon in the next hour. We'll see these Taproot Wizards probably like live and trading. God, it's going to be fun. Wizards in the pool. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I got my meeting in 5 minutes. I'm going to do that. I hope I'm out in time. And what we'll try to do is stream as soon as these start trading. So keep your eye on all the channels. We should be live shortly within the next 30 minutes. Fingers crossed. In the meantime, guys, follow us at Crypto Slam over on YouTube. All those guests coming up again tomorrow on my personal channel. Follow me at Hudah_idiot. We got Good Things and Polymath on the show tomorrow. So we'll see. Should be fun. Cool shit coming. Follow SlamAI_XYZ and the Swarm_AI. Man, oh man, oh man. Guys, if I don't see you, have a great day. Have a great weekend, but I certainly hope to see you here shortly. 2 p.m. Eastern time. The Swarm Report. We'll do that AI conversation. Wild shit. Otherwise, you take care. We'll see you soon. Peace.